The famous The Super Mario Bros. 3 prototype game that became Commander Keen instead has been found by the Strong National Museum of Play. They will not release the game to the public in the museum yet, but perhaps in the future. They said it will be available upon request to researchers and other parties with relevant interests. Disk Minimique is a program for the Amiga OS 1.3 to mount disk image files. It's a lightweight program, you can mount several disks at once, and it can also work with ISO files, of course if you have the storage capacity for it. Check out Amiga Love's website or YouTube video for more information. Hippo Player, the popular mod player for Amiga, now has an update. It has improvements and bug fixes. This you can also check out on Amiga Love's website. A new mini arcade from Taito is out. It's called Taito Mini. A key feature is that it has a rotating display. You can play games like Space Invaders, New Zealand Story, Bubble Bobble and more. It will have 40 games, plus 10 games on an SD card, on the optional controller that uses trackball or a paddle. A new quarterly magazine for AmptxBC is in the works. They are calling it AmptxBC, and it will cover the latest reviews and news in the Amstrad scene. Lloyd Mangram has promised to make an appearance, and the cover of each issue will include an Oliver Frey piece of art. I recently saw a video from LGR talking about the USB OPL 3 sound card. You can use it with a Raspberry Pi, but with a Potato Pi, you can use it with a desktop computer and get real OPL sound from DOSBox. And yes, there is still a difference between real and emulated OPL. You can now purchase a new Sega Magazine. They say they want to capture the magic of the magazines from the 90s. They will look at old news and games, and also have interviews and movie reviews. The 1997 MS-DOS game Blood is being ported over to the Amiga. To run this game you will need a minimum 68060 and 32 MB of RAM. However, he will be working on optimizing the code to make it run on slower hardware, but says we cannot expect the game to run on a stock Amiga 1200. A port of the old TIE Fighter game from 1994 has been released. As you can see, it has great graphics, it includes the old missions with expansions, and also has a new campaign mode. You need a copy of X-Wing Alliance to play this game, and you can get that from GOG or Steam. Beastness HD is a SNES emulator to support widescreen aspect ratio, and people behind RetroArch are now making software to make it easier to apply the patches to the games, and thereby make them work better in widescreen modes. Thank you for watching this episode of Retro Computer News. As always, links are in the video description, and I'll see you next time.